everyone. Shelley here with We Can Make That. And my invisible guest right here is Traci. We're having some technical difficulties. Let me see. Can we hear you, Traci?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I think we can.
Okay, nice.
Sweet.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. We're gonna try some things and see if we can get it to work as we go. But we were like, you know what? I'm just so excited to get this going. Let's give it a whirl. So if you guys are joining us live or even on the replay, we would love to hear where you guys are at. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Brandy. I'm excited to make these ornaments. And I don't know if you guys saw the email or the post, but hold on. I have like so many windows open. Okay, that was not what I meant to do. Wow, it's like my very first time with the internet. So here are some of them. And then we're just going to give the internet a second to catch up. And then we're going to have Traci introduce herself. And we'll talk about a couple things. We didn't even have time to talk through how this is all going to flow today because we were working on the tech part. But these are the DTF transfers that we're going to be going through. Like, look at how adorable they are. I cannot wait to do this. So, Traci, if you want, Brandy says, good old StreamYard. I don't know if it's my internet or her internet or the internet gods are just not blessing us today. But let's see. Ellie is here and Sarah. So lots of people joining us. Okay, so let's see if.
Want me to try my camera for a second?
Okay, go for it.
Hi, guys. Hopefully you can see and hear me. I don't know, but I wanted to show Shelley some fun things to do with DTF transfers that her group might not have tried before because they're so quick and easy. But can you, Shelley, is this connection better?
Yep, we're good.
What? Okay, awesome. Before it dies, though, I want to show you some completed stuff to show you a few things that you can do with DTFs. One, we're going to be doing these fun acrylic ornaments that you can put them on your tree and the light shines through them. So like Shelley's going to make a couple of these. And I was going to show you, hopefully I still can with our connection, but these are little coasters, wood coasters. We have so many different patterns. And so I think Shelley's going to try to make this one today. But they come in so many different patterns. But you can use DTF transfers on, like this is just wood cutout. Of course, you could do DTF transfers on t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats. And like I painted the wood and then we did DTF transfers on top. You could do it on paper bags. Like you could just do so many different things. And so we did it on our wood cutouts and then we added bows and greenery or just specific shapes. Are we still good, Shelley? Oh, wait, but now I can't hear you.
Well, that's because I had mute on.
Okay.
It was getting a little bit choppy, but now it's come around. So I think, Brandy had a good idea. Maybe we should stop and talk about what DTF actually is.
That was my next thing. I just wanted to show you what you can do with it. So some people, and because I'm a Cricut crafter too, like Shelley, but some people do sublimation. And then Shelley, if you hold up, I can talk you through this and I can take my camera off and just put myself on that.
Okay, perfect.
If you hold up one of the plastic DTF transfers, I can talk you through what it is. Okay, so basically there's a couple different kinds of transfers. The one we manufacture our own DTF transfers and we like to use them in crafting. But it's basically like sublimation, but way better because the colors are more vibrant and bright. And then you can or cannot have white printed on the back. So the ones that Shelley's holding up, I use for a clear acrylic disc. There's no white on the back because I want them to shine through on the clear acrylic. And then, but you can totally put them on, like if you hold up one of the coasters or, isn't that cute? We have so many different designs and they're not just Christmas. We have designs for all year for ornaments. and coasters. But if Shelly shows one of the coaster ones, there's white on the back and on the print, on the, yeah, it's just, we're just adding it to wood this time, but it's white on the back. And so we have large t-shirt designs. We have small little intricate designs, but if you have white printed on the back, it's shows up, then you can put it on any color kind of object and it still will be bright and vibrant. And so that's kind of the difference, but basically it's ink printed on a carrier sheet. So you can use an iron with no water. I use a little mini travel iron. Yes. And she's going to use her mini heat press. You could use a larger Cricut heat press, or you could use a full size heat press. And so you can pick and choose like what, I know I have the same one. I love that one. And you can pick and choose how you want to press, like what you want to press them on with, but we're going to show you how quick and easy it is to press these on with our little mini heat presses or mini irons. And but basically you could paint the wood, or if you want to first, or you do not have to. And so can you hear me, Shelly? Open a Vanna White. I know. Thank you for being my hand since I can't show you. So basically, yeah, our designs come in a whole bunch of different patterns and like for seasons and reasons. This is just one of our quote packs, everyday quotes that you can use. So a lot of our customers like to make bundles of coasters and wrap them up and make them giftables. And then it is a plastisol type ink. And so you don't have to seal them. You can seal them if you're going to use them for coasters with a cup that sweats a lot. Then maybe you want to do a spray sealer. We've even done it, which I didn't grab it today, but we've done UV resin on the top with crushed glass on some of our wood cutout designs, which turned out super cute. But we have a lot of different patterns of SVG or DTF, and it's called direct to transfer is what it stands for. And it's basically just like heat transfer vinyl, but except for you're going to press it around 310 degrees for 10 to 15 seconds. And the biggest trick is, which Shelly's going to work on this, is to let it cool completely before you peel it. And then once you let it cool, then it's easy to peel. So you want me to walk you through how to use one? Okay.
Unmute. Okay, I was trying to find the link. I'm going to, you know what? The link is in the description. So if you guys want to order the packs, and then there's a lot of other designs on there. So these are the ones that I have from Traci, but she has more. The Santa gnome one is really cute too. I think gnomes are always popular, right?
Yeah.
And this is great because if you are going to somebody's house, I'm just going to get it set up now because I had to switch like 5 times before I could get my setup working. And then when we got logged in, and then we had to try to finagle with Traci. So anyway, talks amongst yourselves.
So basically you could use any kind of heat source you want, but if you're going to use a larger heat source, like your big heat press or something, you may want to use heat tape, which is just, you could get Cricut heat tape or just any kind of sublimation heat tape. And you can kind of tape your design onto the acrylic or the wood. And so then it doesn't move around, but you don't have to. And I'm going to walk Shelly through what she might do for holding it down with her hand while she presses with her little mini heat press. So as soon as she gets her stuff connected, but literally it's a matter of pressing for 10 to 15 seconds and then letting it cool, and you peel off the sheet. And then Shelly, you will need a sanding block or a sanding file if you happen to have one. And then also a sharp weeding tool, since these are ornaments.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Do you put, I have it on like the full 3 bars.
Well,
Did you talk
I
about
would
that?
I would just try that. I literally use a mini travel iron, and I have mine set to the up to the steam setting. There's no water in my iron. You definitely want no water in your iron if you're going to use an iron. You could use a full size iron, a travel iron, or whatever. So the mini heat press, I know if you're doing one where you set the temperature, it's around 310 degrees. But since I don't know if you have a heat gun to check what bars are set, then you could just test out
Oh,
the full
3
temperature.
bars? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, when you get a bundle of DTFs from us, you get a sampler piece that you can practice with. And so, Shelly, do you have a piece of paper or something like a cardstock you can just stick one to so you can show like how to practice?
I think so. Let me grab.
Like maybe a white piece or something? It doesn't have to be white, but
I have paper in my I just took it all into the other room.
oh, sorry. I didn't tell you about this part because I was going to show you this part, but you don't have to have paper. I can walk you through it and we'll just practice. You have a couple different coasters, so you can just practice.
Okay, sorry.
No worries. Okay, so basically, there's if you flip those wood coasters over.
See it? Is my camera?
Yep. If you flip the wood, yeah, we can see it. There you go. So there's like a pretty side of the wood and the other side. The back side is not as it's just a different texture. There's no right or wrong side. You could literally do either side, but I always just do the nicer side. If you want to paint these first, you totally could, but you don't have to. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your that little snow guy, and then you're going to line this up so then it's even around all the edges, and then you can carefully flip it over and see, is it around all the edges? Do you have it centered as well as you can? And then sometimes depending on the wood block, you may have to rotate the wood block depending on, I don't know, sometimes it's just how things print. Okay. So now that she has that lined up, what I like to do is take, let's just hold your left hand on the left side of that, like on the left snowman. I like to just hold my design down with like several hands or like your half, like that. And then with the heat press, you're going to go straight. You're going to just press straight down. You definitely don't want to do like sometimes if I'm pressing and I'm not paying attention, I'm looking away. Sometimes my iron kind of floats a little bit away from me. This has the on the back of all the DTF transfers is a adhesive, and so once you heat it up, it's sort of kind of like lava. And if you are not paying attention and you're moving, like you're pressing down, but you're kind of moving the pressure forward, it will move the DTF transfer. So that's why I like to hold it down with one hand, unless you're going to tape it and use heat tape and then stick it under a heat press. Those work really great for these transfers, but I use the little mini iron all the time too. So you're just going to lift it up and just do straight down pressure for 10 seconds and then lift it up. And then
so I don't need to put anything on it.
Nope. It's heat resistant. Okay. So you're just going to go straight down for 10 seconds and you're not going to really iron. You're literally just going to go just straight down for 10 seconds, lift it up, and then go back over to your maybe middle of your design, straight down for 10 seconds, and then kind of work your way around. So if you had a bigger Cricut heat press, you could do this all at once, but it's not any big deal using your mini one because a lot of people have at least a mini travel iron or at least a regular iron. So once you have it kind of tacked down in most of the places, and you've done your 10 seconds, then you can take your mini iron and then take the tip of it and kind of run all the way around the edges just to make sure all the edges are kind of ironed down. And then you're going to let it cool. So you're going to go all the way around all the edges.
It's really hard. it's really hard not to like
Well, you
iron
can,
it.
once you have it kind of tacked down, then you can do that. I just don't want it to move on you. So you have it, your iron is
I think
good,
it
you
was.
should be good. So then you have to let it cool completely, like not completely, but a lot. So you can wave it in the air, or you can just, some people like rub a cool cloth
Swear
on
at
it.
it.
Yeah. But basically you're just gonna let it cool for a second. And then once it cools, I like to lift it up, and then you'll see when you flip it over, some of the ink is, we printed them just a little bit big, so that way they cover your piece of wood, just like we did for the ornaments. And then you're going to take your fingernail and kind of just scrape at the ink, and then start to pull up the plastic carrier sheet, but you're going to peek at it. So kind of looking from the back side. But yeah, if it's still hot, let it cool down a minute. And
Hot.
so,
Yeah, it's still pretty hot to touch.
okay. So while that one is doing
I feel
it,
like it kind of wrinkles.
well, if it looks a little wrinkly, it could be that your iron is too hot, or it could be that you need to press it a little bit more. And so then while you're doing that, you could also go and start, while that's cooling, you can check and see, try to peel up a corner and see, does it look like it's going to peel up? And if anything seems like it's going to pull up, then you need to put that back down and then let it cool completely. But it looks like, I think it's going to be fine. Okay. And then you're going to take your,
and then this is where you
sanding. Yes. And sand off the edges.
Look at how cute.
Yeah, wasn't that easy?
Guess what?
Your
I know.
first
Guess
one's
what
the
everybody's
toughest
getting
one.
for Christmas this year?
Yeah.
Right? Children, posters, all of it, right?
Yeah.
I got a little zealous there with my sanding in the corner. I kind of pulled it up a little.
You can always take that carrier sheet and put it back down if you need to press it one little part again. You totally can. But if you go and take this and like,
No, it peeled off when I was sanding.
Okay. But if you want to try one on your big heat press, you would preheat your heat press to 310 degrees. Take one of those and line it back up again, but add some heat tape to it. And then just go stick it under your heat press with equal pressure. That could be a quicker way to do it also.
Okay. I just put that in the comments.
So yeah,
Can't see it from an airplane.
What?
That's funny. Brandy said, can't see it from an airplane. It'll be okay. Exactly. Oh, thanks, Roseanne. I'm glad you joined us. And Mim is here. Hey, Mim. Oh, Mimi. Yeah. Very cute designs. Love it. Okay. I was so focused. I was not paying attention. From an airplane? Okay. Now, should we keep going with these?
If you want to make one of them and then show, do you have heat tape at your desk?
I do. Pretty close.
Okay.
I was going to say, this is the test. Let's see if it's here. So I have this heat resistant tape.
Yeah. So do you have your big heat press heating up?
I don't, but I could turn it on.
Yeah. Do 310 degrees for 15 seconds.
Okay.
And while that's heating up, we will prepare a coaster and an ornament, and we'll just test them both out on your heat press, and then we'll do and use your mini heat. Okay. We'll also use your mini heat press for one of the ornaments as well. So we're going to line up one of the snowman coasters again and flip it over. And then you're just going to tape it in place from the back. And then I'll show you how to prep the ornaments too.
Okay. So transfer down, coaster on.
Yep.
Can I wrap this tape around?
Yep.
On the back side?
Yep. You just don't want it to, you just want it to be in place where you want it. So whatever tape you need to put down is fine.
Okay. So I wasn't sure if it would leave, you know, like sometimes with sublimation, it leaves like a mark.
Yeah, it should not. I've not had to do that.
This will be the test.
Yeah.
All right. Got that one prepped. My machine takes a second. We're about halfway there.
So while you're doing that, get one of the clear coasters, and then you're going to need your weeding tool because you need to peel off that clear coating on each side, that frosted coating on each side of the acrylic disc. And then you're going to just pick one of the ornament DTFs. And then you have to make sure you line up with the circle where you want the circle to be on the design. So, you know, make sure your design is kind of going north-south.
All right. Which one should we do, guys? The tree or the poinsettia? Or flower, if for those who don't want to type out the word poinsettia while I peel these. I love that you can see the lights through them.
Yeah, that's why I specifically didn't print white on the back, because I wanted it to be translucent and look a bit more like stained glass, even though it's not stained glass. It's just literally an easy craft to make that anybody can do, and you don't need special equipment. You can use your iron, a mini heat press, a full-size heat press, whatever you have.
Okay. Well, you guys are helpful. I see 2 poinsettias and 2 trees. Okay, I see one more tree, so the tree wins. And then same concept, just line it up and tape it on?
Yeah, but just making sure that you're lining up the circle at the top so that when you're making it into an ornament, it's at the circle, the whole of the ornament is really at the top. You may have to flip it over to see.
Okay. So
unless
that
you can see where it's at.
because there is, can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that, but there's a hole in the ornament. So you just want to make sure that you have that at the top of your ornament.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That is a really good advice that I wouldn't have thought about until it was a problem.
Yeah, when you if you order DTFs from us, you get a QR code which has video instructions on how to use a DTF, and so yeah, that should help you out trying to figure it out.
Okay. And there's not a right or a wrong way on the acrylics, right? They're all the same on both sides?
Yes. Yes.
For these kits anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, got those taped. So we have a tree and a snowman.
So if your big heat press is not up to temperature yet, we could try doing just one bite with your mini heat press on an acrylic, another acrylic disc.
Should we try that? Let's prep one more while we wait. If you guys are watching, have you guys tried DTF? I did just try it on a sweatshirt. And that was really easy. Do you have sweatshirt, like shirt ones too? Like these are the ornaments.
We have a ton of designs, and then we do whatnot sales. And in our whatnot sales, we have custom designs that we only used for whatnot and not on our shop. So we have shop ones and we have fun whatnot ones too.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
How many on here have been to a whatnot sale? And it's okay if you need to say a whatnot?
Yeah, Whatnot's an auction site, and so it's just a live auction. And so we sell craft blanks, like craft wood cutouts, craft kits, and DTF transfers. And
your craft kits are so cute. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no problem. Nope.
Yeah, we're for that.
We're doing a whatnot sale tomorrow at 2. You should come watch it, Shelly.
I should. No, I shouldn't, because then I will buy things. I could finish my coasters while I watch. Okay, so now I got the point set on. Let's try that with.
So you're going to do the same exact concept of holding half of it down while pressing the other half.
Well, actually, my heat press is ready. Should we just try that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me switch. Okay. It's like my first time. My tech is not normally how it normally is, so I apologize, guys. And then it's going really slow too. Is the audio okay? Nobody's had a problem with.
It's good for me.
Okay. All right. Let's give it a whirl. Move everybody over. Okay. Hopefully I'm not making anybody seasick. So we're going to put these down on the tray. Like you could do a whole entire set in like 10 seconds. Is that how long we're doing it?
Yeah, you could do 10 to 15 seconds. Yep.
All right. Here we go. The worst part is waiting for them to cool, right?
Yeah. So basically, like I like to flip it over and look at it from the back, and then I start to peel some of the ink with my finger that's overhanging. So that way, when you start to peel away the plastic, it'll, I don't know, it just kind of helps it release because we print them just a little bit bigger than the surface, and then you just sand it.
Okay.
Yeah, they do get hot though, so do be careful. So also something to notice that you may notice for the acrylic one, when they're hot, they can be kind of concave just a little bit, more like a contact lens. Not that dramatic like that, but they can be a little concave, but once they cool, they flatten out.
Okay. Kind of like your pan, like when you're cooking. Sometimes you guys, have you seen that? Your cookie sheet kind of warps.
Yeah, when it cools down, it's flat.
Right. Okay. You guys ready? Should we do this? Can you see those? Is that an obnoxious view? Oh, they're still kind of hot. This one has kind of started to peel up a little.
Yeah, sometimes they'll be easy to work with, and other times, if it seems like the design is, if it's not stuck down, you need to go press it again.
Okay.
So that's why, like that one that you started to peel up, you can kind of peek and look at how it's releasing, and then you can tell if there's anything pulling. Like I think there's one little piece that's pulling. Look like on the left side right there. One, you can let it cool more, but also if you notice that when it is cool, then you just put the plastic back down and press it like one more time, and then let it cool, and then peel it up.
They're still kind of hot.
Yeah, it takes a second to like let them cool. And then different DTF transfer manufacturers, they could have hot peel, but mine are cool peel. So it just works a lot better if you let them cool down a bit and then you try peeling it. But yeah, that's what I do. If I'm doing a tote bag or a t-shirt, I just air it out to let it cool down.
Good idea.
Sometimes I'll use like sort of a neoprene ice pack. If I really am like wanting to make a lot of things and not wait for it to cool down, I'll just use an ice pack and cool it down that way.
If you're impatient like Shelly is.
Yeah.
I'll put them on the cold tile of the stand over here and see if that helps. Okay, let's see.
So as long as you're looking at it and nothing is looking like it's sticking, then you're good to go. The edge part, that's why I was saying if you kind of take your fingernail and kind of peel off the ink on the edge, it helps it release it. So then it releases from the plastic, and then you can just kind of peel it off.
Okay. There is some color on the transfer sheet. Can you see that? Like, would you repress that or? You would?
No, well, it just depends. Like the ink isn't pulling up, but and sometimes it just looks like that. So not every, especially on these faux stained glass, if it's where there's something that should be white, then it will just be clear. And so that could just be a little ink residue. So I'm sure it's fine as long as it's not pulling up. But if it seems like it's not leaving the design down, then you do need to press it a little bit more.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of the blue from the stained glass wasn't
Sticking.
Yeah. Thank you for finishing my sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let that one cool again. Woo! There's a warm one. Let's try the wood one.
So yeah, peel up your tape. So I take my fingernail, I'll see on the very sharp corner, take your fingernail and just scrape the plastic. So then you're really like releasing that ink from the plastic. And then
Like
it
this?
should, yeah, you could do it like that. I just start with one corner and peel up that little ink, and then I just start to peel it. And then it should just kind of help it release from the design.
I feel like it wasn't. Whoa.
So that's why, like, if you take your fingernail and peel that sharp corner, just peel that away, pick at that sharp corner on the plastic, and you peel away the ink from the plastic.
Let me take this off.
Yeah.
I think it's just the edges where, there we go.
Yeah, it's the edges that are overhanging that are too large because we make them a little bit larger. Yeah. But I just take my finger and I literally pick at that in the corner and peel it up. Okay. And then I pull it. Then I start to pull the plastic off, because once you kind of help the ink sort of release from the plastic, then you'll still have all the overhang that you need to sand off. But then it just makes it easier to peel. But
yeah, I was thinking you meant to peel the plastic off of this part, but it was more to get it off of the plastic sheet, and then it sticks to your coaster. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm slow, but I do catch up.
But there's, different ways. You could do it 10 different ways. This is just how I've done it.
I think my sanding block is on its last leg too, so that probably doesn't help. I have to go to the garage and steal one from my husband's stash. These are so cute. Okay, who wants to make coasters now and ornaments for Christmas? Stick. These would be great for teachers, coworkers. If you're going somewhere for like Thanksgiving or something like that, and you want to bring the hostess a gift.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cute if you did because they come in sets of 4, and then you tied them with like baker's twine or something, or ribbon with the cute tag.
Right. So cute.
Yeah.
So easy. And then if you have a little stamp, you could stamp it on the back.
Yep.
Kathy says she wants to make an ornament. Sarah says, love it. Okay, should we see if this one's stuck now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, that was really peeling. No, that was the tape. Okay. So do you sand the acrylic ones too?
Yes. And then also you would take your sharp weeding tool where the hole is, and I would poke it from the plastic side to the pressed side. Not that way, the other way. Because it's really plasticky ink, it really stretches. That if you just kind of poke it through the back first, and then if you happen to I have a sharp metal filer, you can just kind of stick it in the hole and kind of file it away. Or you could just poke it with your weeding tool and then make a hole so you can hang it with like a ribbon or twine.
And this one worked pretty well because it's not very big, not very thick coverage.
Yeah.
So this one didn't do. So let's. I honestly thought when I was sanding it, it was going to like peel the whole thing off, but they are pretty forgiving. Like they're so easy. I know you said they were easy, but I don't think I believed you fully.
Oh.
They always say they're easy, right? That point said it is really pretty, isn't it? Wait.
Yeah. So it's like if you have your Christmas lights behind it, it really lights it up.
Mm-hmm. Very cute. Ooh. Okay, let's try this one now. We have our tree.
Okay. If you flip it over, and then just pick one side and then take your fingernail and pick up the ink and then try to peel away the plastic. It's kind of like you're just kind of peeling it, the ink from the plastic. Yeah. That just seems to somehow, I don't know, it seems to help me.
It does. Yes. If I was following you on the first time, that probably would have been a lot easier.
But you can see how you use your heat tape just to kind of hold it in place. It's kind of easier. But so you could use your iron or mini heat press, or you could use a Cricut, like any size heat press. And if you're just using an iron, it just has to be no water in your iron, no steam.
Okay. Make sure there's no steam. Yeah. I can see how that would make it crinkle and stuff.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, we have designs that are small like this, or we have large t-shirt designs, or we put them on tote bags or paper gift bags. You could use these on flat metal. One thing they could use them on sublimation blanks. And then I have not got them to stick to like a glossy, like I tried to stick them to a glossy ceramic. That did not work. But wood, acrylic, flat metal, those work great. Any kind of clothing.
Okay, what about the other, like you said, the glossy ceramic didn't work, but what about some of those tiles that are a little,
yes, if
you know what I mean?
If it's just not glossy, yeah, like those tumbled stone or wood.
Yeah,
yes,
the rough cut.
Those would work great. Also, so I sent you one with wood tags also, didn't I? With a wood tag, because that one so just try pressing that. Just you could paint them if you wanted to, but I just want you to see the difference on just pressing it on wood when it's not overhanging anything and peeling it up that way. So you're just going to pick a design.
Let's do the ballerina. So we've got this little girl and this one. Let me see. Let me turn my camera down.
So there's not going to be any overhang on this. So when you press it down, it's going to be, wherever you place it is where it's going to be. And then you're just going to press it the same thing, either with your little travel iron or your big heat press, 10 seconds or so in each section, and then let it cool. And then when you peel it, you're just peeling this up. And if anything sticks, then of course, put the plastic back down and like press it a little bit more. But, and if you see anything like bubbling or whatever, while it's hot, take your scraper tool and just press it onto the wood again. So sometimes depending on all these different heat sources you may or may not be using, that you want it to be around 310 degrees, but sometimes we don't know what our iron is set to. I use mine at the steam type setting or around setting number 2. And then I think sometimes if you see a bubble here or there, but you're scraping it to put pressure onto the wood, like you do with your vinyl where you scrape it with the scraper tool, that could help stick it to your surface a little more also, if you ever have those problems.
Okay.
But yes,
and if you're not sure, like even just take your iron name. Like if you're just using your clothes iron, just take the iron name, put it into Google, and then you can ask it what is the cotton setting? What is the linen setting? And
yeah, that's
I'm sure
true.
you could come up with something.
Yeah.
It smells like, when you cut wood, it smells like cut wood. I love that smell. These are so cute.
Yeah, I paint the tags, and then we put those little designs on, and then we add a little greenery or bows or anything like that.
Okay, her little finger came off. little surgery, and we're back at it, right?
But I find if you use your big heat press like you have, it works great because it's just equal pressure. But you could totally use an iron all day long on these things. But the difference between the iron and the Cricut heat press is that it's the equal pressure that you need to kind of perfect. See, so cute and quick, right?
Right. It would be really cute to paint them, or even like you said, to add some ribbon. And
Yeah.
if you get like a pack with all the designs in there, you could take and add ribbon to all of the ornaments and then put the person's name, or I don't know if it's like their first house, you could put like establish and put the year on there and just use some heat transfer vinyl on some ribbon and add it to your ornament for a really cute custom type thing. Or these could also be gift tags. Like put them on your gifts. You could even put some names on the back. I think that would be really cute.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think? Does that make you guys all want to go? Yes, these are kits that we have. Let me grab the link again. I had it all set up and I was all good to go and like all organized. And then everything that was tech-wise that could possibly go wrong today, I think it did, didn't it, Traci?
Yep.
It was like, just when you think you're in charge, the universe says, no. Okay, I'm also curious, does anybody watching, now that we're talking about Christmas ornaments, does anybody have their Christmas tree up yet? I'm curious. Wow. My internet could not be any slower today. I'm surprised you guys are even able to watch the stream. It's going so slow. The link is in the description. That might be even faster. Oh, like Kelly said, it is the Mondayest Monday ever. Not that I want to put that out there and challenge the Monday gremlins, but yeah, what she said.
I think you put the email. Did you put the link in the email too?
It was in the email if you guys are on my emails. And if you're not on my emails, then we need to have a little chit chat. Just kidding. No decorations yet. Kelly says she was supposed to do it yesterday. My daughter put hers up like 2 weeks ago now. Catherine said hers is coming. She had a Halloween tree and now it's a Christmas tree. Yeah. I did put my Holly Jolly sweatshirt on today, but now I'm roasting, especially after pressing with the heat press.
I bet you are warm.
I am melting to my core. Like, seriously, it will not let me open anything. Wow. It's fine. It's totally fine, right? Let me try again. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about, let's talk about washing. So we talked about the DTF and how you can put them on sweatshirts and stuff. How does that, do you have to do anything special when you're drying it or washing it?
Not particularly. Some people do wash them inside out. I don't, but you don't have to. I mean, if you're doing it inside out, that just protects them from being rough and tumbled up a little bit more, and they'll last longer. But I'm a lazy laundry person, and I just chuck them in the wash and dryer. Sometimes I'll air dry things, but for the most part, you're fine.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good.
But it probably also depends on how hot of a dryer you're using. And I just do regular low, like tumble dry low kind of setting. So it probably all depends on how hot you're using of heat.
Okay. I think it's always all of those things where you're, I don't know, whether it's vinyl or any of them, I think it's always good to do it on a little less, I don't know, not dry them or do it on a low heat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks. I'm going to go back and I'm going to put the link in here so that you guys can see exactly where to click. But if you didn't find it in the description, I'll come back and add it in the comment. And should we see if your camera works again?
Yeah.
While we say goodbye. Yay! Sound.
I know.
Sweet.
Yeah, I just wanted to come on and show you how easy DTF transfer crafting is. And this is what I was talking about. Like we have snow globe designs that come with the wood cutout. This is what we
Oh,
did a
cute.
UV resin with, and then crushed glass. So we just pressed this on our wood, covered it with UV resin, and sprinkled on some crushed glass on the snow. And then we cooked it with the UV light, and it just made it like super shimmery. So there's like so many fun things you can do with DTF transfers for crafting.
There is. That is a super cute idea. You can really get creative. Oh, now you froze. Dang it.
Sorry.
Yes, that snow globe is cute. Yeah, Roseanne said she just looked at them and there are so many cute ones. Yeah, I have 4 sets here, and there are so many cute ones, which we go through a lot of them at the beginning if you're jumping on here late. Yeah, those snow globes are cute, aren't they, Krista? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm glad that we got it to work with all of the tech.
I know. Yeah.
It's good. It's good when it works, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you guys have any questions, you can put them on this video and we'll come back and check it here in a couple days and see if there's any comments and questions on there. And yeah, I can't wait. Make sure you hit subscribe so that you can keep finding more fun projects. And then you can find Traci at, whoops.
Print, cut,
I had that still up.
Yeah.
Yes. Print, cut, craft. So you guys can find her over on her channels too. And she does a lot of fun. Your workshops are so cute. Your kits are so cute. Because you have a membership too with the kids, right?
Yes. Yes. Like these reindeer are what we just did for our workshop. And then our membership classes tonight, we made a wood sleigh with some really cute flowers. And so lots of fun. Am I freezing?
Oh, I think it's cutting out again. Darn it.
Does that help if I turn my camera off?
Yes, now we can hear you. Otherwise, it's got that really weird echo, but this is good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's going on today, but no worries. Yes, we do lots of fun DIY crafting over here.
Yes, for sure. Okay, Roseanne said you did such a great job explaining it, which you did. So I appreciate that too. So easy. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone, and we will chat with you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.